They thought we were gone. Erased, extinct, forgotten. Entire star systems rebuilt, civilizations moved on, treaties signed, borders redrawn, all while humans lingered only in rumor, myth, and a few scattered archives. But humanity doesn't vanish that easily, because the day the galaxy remembered us, it wasn't nostalgia, it was terror. Before we dive into this epic story, if you enjoy HFY stories like this, hit the like button and subscribe. Now, let's journey to the day the galaxy realized it had made the biggest mistake of its history. Centuries had passed since humans had last been seen. Earth was a whisper in the data archives, our colonies erased in conflicts, our fleets scattered and destroyed. To the galaxy, we were a cautionary tale, a species that had burned itself out before reaching true potential. The Galactic Council had moved on. Empires that once feared humanity now looked at our ruins and sighed, thinking good riddance. But whispers persisted, faint and fragmented. Old signals misread, ancient star charts misaligned, accounts that never matched reality. And those whispers were the first signs of their mistake. It started with small things. Mining stations in the Perseus Arm reported strange anomalies. Ships disappearing and reappearing days later, cargo manifest records shifting as though rewritten by invisible hands. Scientists dismissed it. Military commanders called it coincidence. Politicians called it hysteria. But then came the first sighting. A lone vessel emerged from nowhere, appearing between two nebulae where no ship should have been able to exist. Its hull was unmistakably human, sleek, angular, impossibly fast, and yet there was nothing familiar in its markings. It was as if humanity had rebuilt itself in secret, using knowledge lost to time. The Galactic Council convened immediately. Never before had a species erased from memory reappeared in such a way. Delegates argued, threatened, and even debated preemptive war, but the humans did not attack. They simply observed. And the observation alone caused unease. Humans were always calm in the face of fear, always precise, always unpredictable. From the vessel, a human ambassador spoke across the galactic network. The voice was calm, but carried weight far beyond words. "We see you," they said. "You thought us gone. You thought the centuries could erase our existence. You were wrong." At first, the counselors laughed. They thought it a joke. Then, one by one, they realized that the humans' presence was undeniable. Ships that had vanished years ago were now fully operational again, repaired and enhanced beyond recognition. Systems that had been lost to conflict were back online, functioning in perfect coordination. The galaxy panicked. Humans had been forgotten, yes, but humans never forget. And in the centuries of absence, we had learned to observe, adapt, and grow without interference. Without scrutiny, we had perfected technology that no other species could imagine. We had rebuilt fleets and star systems, perfected energy manipulation, and developed ways to monitor time and space with precision that bordered on omniscience. And now, we were ready. The first demonstration was subtle. A war in the Oriana cluster, long believed won by the Council forces, reversed overnight. Ships destroyed, bases annihilated, all restored in perfect formation. The victors were disoriented. The maps made no sense. Signals replayed themselves, only with humans guiding the outcome from the shadows. The Council began to understand the true scope of their miscalculation. Humans had not returned to reclaim lost territory. We had returned to remind the galaxy of one lesson. Forgetting us is dangerous. The second demonstration was unavoidable. Entire fleets attempting to ambush our colonies vanished mid-battle, only to reappear behind enemy lines, disarming weapons and capturing ships without firing a shot. Alien admirals, some of the greatest strategists of their species, fell to their knees in confusion. Every calculation failed. Every tactic became useless against humans who had been erased from memory, but never erased from ability. And then came the speech, the one that would echo through generations. From the command bridge of the flagship Eternal Witness, the human ambassador addressed the galaxy. You erased our names from your histories. You removed our records from your libraries. You assumed our extinction would leave no trace. Yet here we stand. We have waited. We have learned. And now you will remember us, not because you fear us, but because you must. The chamber went silent. For the first time in galactic history, a council had no rebuttal. Every delegate understood the magnitude of what humanity had achieved. We had survived, thrived, and outlasted the very memory of ourselves. And we did it without declaring war, without demanding tribute, without shedding unnecessary blood. It was not brute force that made the galaxy remember. It was ingenuity, patience, and the unyielding human spirit. Empires began to submit, not out of fear of destruction, but out of recognition. Human colonies were reinstated. Trade resumed under human guidance. Knowledge lost to war and politics flowed freely, now monitored and curated by the species once considered extinct. Humans became the quiet architects of stability, and the galaxy learned to fear what they had once overlooked. In the years that followed, humans remained vigilant. We taught, we negotiated, and sometimes, when necessary, we reminded the galaxy of what forgetting us had cost them. History had given humanity a second chance, and we had stolen it back with grace, precision, and inevitability. The moral was simple. A species that refuses to be erased cannot be forgotten. If you've stayed with this story until the end, you've witnessed a galaxy learning a lesson the hard way. Never underestimate humanity. Now it's your turn. Comment below the city you're watching from, hit that like button, and subscribe to follow more cinematic HFY stories where humans defy every expectation. Because when humans are forgotten, we find a way to return.